Hi, everybody. This is Uber Rob from Notes from the Rocket. I was talking with someone earlier today about the folding at home distributed computing application sitting on Sony PS3 PlayStations, and tried looking for a video of this thing on the web, and I couldn't find anything older than the first version, or younger than the first version of the application from a couple of years ago when the PS3 first came out. So I thought I'd make my own and let everyone see what it was all about. So, folding at home is an attempt from researchers at Stanford University to make use of all the spare cycles sitting on people's PlayStation 3s around the globe. A bunch of researchers realized that they had no money. They couldn't afford supercomputers or distributed computing laboratories, but realized that people only play their games for a couple hours a day at most, and the rest of the time the machines are just sitting there. So they contacted Sony and worked out an arrangement to stick their folding at home algorithms and applications on all the PS3s. Sony provided the cool user interface for them, and they came up and running. Now, so you can go and buy your game station and feel pretty good about curing cancer at the same time. It doesn't come standard on PS3s. You have to go and download it from the PlayStation Network, but it's fairly quick to do. And once you've done that, it shows up in the network column in the icon list. So as you can see, it's right now what I've got set up is a fairly standard PS3, just out of the box. I think it's an 80 gigabyte version. And it's connected to an Elite Plasma television, and that's about all there is to it. If you do nothing on your PlayStation, just let it sit on, it will kick in after about 20 minutes and begin to do some computational work in conjunction with other models around the globe. But we can force it to go on. So we force it to go on, and the first thing it does is it phones home to the Stanford University servers and loads up any models that I may have happened to have been working on prior to this. If it's the first time I've fired up this program, it's pulling in new models. The interesting thing about folding at home is the Sony interface has arranged it almost like a game. You can join teams. The teams that have the most model computations by the end of the month, I think, get some sort of free couple hours on the Sony PlayStation Network. But that's really not why you do it, is it? You do it because you want to help people out. So this is the main screen. As you can see, it's broken into a couple sections. Top right-hand section here shows my name, Uber Rocket. Even though I go by Uber Rob on my blog, Uber Rob was taken in the PlayStation Network, so damn that. So I'm Uber Rocket here. I'm not on a team because I'm not a team player, I guess, but I'm just doing it by myself. Work units, I've got 164 of them under my belt. A work unit is a chunk of data that Stanford has passed off to my machine in order to perform the computations. You can see the progress bar here. If I zoom in, you can see the work getting done and the performance relatively measured. I've got 6 hours left on this simulation, and then when that's done computing, it'll get sent back off to Stanford. Lower right, we've got your basic, I think this is called the tapioca model of the molecule being worked on, and you can see the algorithm basically trying to get the atoms in the molecule to fit in the right spots, which is what the folding is all about. And come up with the best computational model to fit whatever it is they're trying to solve at the moment. Zooming back out, the full screen, you see a very nice graphical representation of the Earth, which you can zoom around. All the little lights are not cities. Well, I guess they are technically, but what they are PlayStation 3s that are currently performing folding calculations. The brighter the light, the greater the concentration of PS3s in that area. So East Coast where I used to live, West Coast where I currently live, both fairly high areas. As I zoom around the globe, you can see Hawaii, Japan, right, obviously. Nobody in China, because PS3s are probably the last thing on their economic buy list. Western Europe, zip across the Atlantic. back to the U.S. I'm always fascinated down here. There's usually someone computing. Yep, nope. Sometimes there's a little tiny beacon on at in Antarctica on the Antarctican station, but not tonight. Anyway, so that's it. And for more about the folding at home, just check the liner notes here on Notes from the Rocket. And I'll point you to some of the Stanford sites and Wikipedia sites that talk more about the algorithms and how they work. So that's it. I am now going to go play a PS3 game instead of curing cancer. And talk to you later. Drop me an email. Bye.